Brett Skelton Hour, show number 1612, Better Dead Than Wed, tape date November 18th, 66, and air date January 16th, 1968.
CBS presents this program in color.
From Television City in Hollywood,
The Red Skelton Hour.
brought to you by Marlboro 100 Longhorns, the new extra-long filter cigarette in the big gold pack. You're where the flavor is when you're in Marlboro country.
Hold it steady and flash a smile, for there's lots of fun inside. We'll be ready in just a while to expose our show tonight. We can snap your happy faces while you focus on the jokes. Let us get right down to cases with a shot out of the folks. Our guest stars, Alan Funt. Our special guest star, Abbe. David Rose and his orchestra. The Alan Copeland Singers. The Tom Hanson Dancers. And here he is, Red Skelton.
Thank you very much, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We had some very interesting guests for our show tonight, but unfortunately, they disappeared. We had one psychiatrist. You've heard of Oliver Twist? Well, this guy straightened him out, see? He was the fellow that invented this television screen that's 1 inch tall and it's 20 feet wide. That's for people that squint. And we had a lot of excitement here at the studio this week. We've opened our new commissary here. See? And you know how they have at these big premieres? They have searchlights and stuff. Well, out in front of this place, they had two guys lighting with matches, lighting air wicks. We used to have a smelly old lunch wagon outside, but no more. Now we got a smelly old lunch wagon inside. It's a very reasonable place to eat. You can eat dirt cheap. I walked in there this afternoon, and the waitress says, well, what are we going to have? She says, I've got stewed kidneys, boiled tongue, and calf's brains. I said, I'll have a cup of coffee, and you better see a doctor. The waitress put a plate in front of me. I says, this thing's wet. She says, that's your soup. I said, I can't eat that. So she said, I'll bring you another bowl. So she brought another, and I said, I can't eat that. She says, what's wrong? I said, I don't have a spoon. And I ordered a rare steak out there, and they brought me back a steak. I'm telling you, the cow could have sat on a heating pad and it would have been done more, you know. This was the toughest steak I've ever seen in my... Either that or I had a tender knife. See? I finally said to the waiter, I said, well, this is not fit for a pig. She says, I'll bring you one that is. Finally, I says, I can't eat this steak. Take it back to the kitchen and shove it down the chef's throat. So she took it back to the kitchen and brought it right back. I says, you shove it down the chef's throat? She says, I'm sorry, there's an order of lamb chops ahead of you. I says, well, get the chef out here. I says, this gravy's even tough. The chef says, well, I can't take it back. You've been it all out of shape. He says, I don't know what's wrong with it. The boys at the carpenter shop love their steak. I says, yeah, they got tools to work with. And the waitress says, well, we'll make up for it. We'll bring you something else. How would you like some turkey? I says, fine. She says, what would you like? I says, some meat if I could get it. What a racket they got out there. You order caviar, what a racket. They give you tapioca with some dark glasses. I like good cooking, though. My wife is a good cook. You know, for years she baked marble cake, and we didn't know. We just took it for granted. The last thing my wife Georgia baked was a cherry pie for George Washington's birthday. I says, bring me a hatchet so I can cut it. She says, I baked it all by myself. I said, who helped you lift it off the stove? Getting back out to the commissary there, they got the silliest way of ordering things. You order one thing, see, and the waitress will yell something else back to the kitchen. They got their own secret codes, you know, like it's a big secret. I said, give me some blueberry pie with some powdered sugar. Indigestion in a snowstorm. Frankfurters and sauerkraut. Unchained 2 with a bale of hay. Ham and eggs. Adam and Eve on the raft. I said, scramble them. So shipwreck them. Spaghetti and meatballs. A yo-yo dinner. You ready? Pork and beans. Revolution, enemy on the top. This afternoon, our censor went out to the wagon and he made him take back his alphabet soup. A dirty letter came up. A dirty word came up. The best joke, and I go lots. Hey, with that in mind, you know what I like to do now, if I may? I have to do a little short pantomime of a short order cook in a restaurant fixing his own lunch. A short order cook fixing his own lunch.
Fort Griffin. 250,000 longhorns pass through here every year on the trail north. But that was 100 years ago in the Texas frontier. Today's longhorns? Marlboro 100s in the big gold pack, or famous Marlboro flip-top box. New Marlboro longhorns, extra long with Marlboro flavor all the way. The Longhorns, new Marlboro 100s, so you can spend a little more time in Marlboro country.
Let's go where the grass is greener, for the grass is greener just beyond the hill. We'll laugh it up at troubles there, no one bursting bubbles. the best, for the grass is greener anywhere with you. Place where the whole human race ought to be. All the day through there is nothing to do but make wishes for you and for me. Don't ask us where it is until you fall in love. One kiss and there it is, the place we're speaking of. Go where the grass is greener. To the east, to the west, either one is the best.
For the moment you see her,
Love finds a way,
make life serener.
and you will say that the grass is greener anywhere with you.
Come on, this pool is groovy. About this toothpaste, Ellie, honestly. Hey, my crest. Now, I'm here for fun, not a lot of cavities. Relax, look at this. That is crest. But with new mint flavor. Groovy.
New Mint Crest joins regular Crest, both with fluoride, the most effective cavity fighter ever put in a toothpaste. Have checkups, watch treats, and brush after eating with Crest.
But I like regular crest.
Somebody lose this?
Next time you're all alone, indulge yourself in the rich lather of liquid Prel. Pretend you're anything you want, like a Spanish dancer. Now enjoy your lovely hair, all softness and gleam. Indulge yourself with extra rich liquid Prel. Not thin, sinfully rich liquid Prel.
Tonight, Red Skelton as George Appleby, Alan Funt, and Abbe Lane in Better Dead Than Wed.
George Appleby, hurry up!
Coming,
You're
dear.
never going to get to the airport on time.
Coming, sweetie pie. Coming, sweetie pie. Oh, yeah.
George, what are you doing on the street in a skirt?
Well, I wouldn't go out on the street without one.
What are you doing wearing that skirt?
Well, you made me fire all of my models, so I have to do the modeling myself. How do you like this one? This is one of the most popular brands. Milton Berle bought one as soon as it came out.
Tell me, did it help you sell any skirts?
Oh, no, but I got rid of an awful lot of garters. And one of the out-of-town buyers invited me to a tea dance.
I'll tell you the real reason, George. When you left the house this morning, you forgot your pants.
Oh, well, I didn't want to disturb you, honey bunch. See, as I was leaving, you were still going through the pocket.
Get in there and take that silly skirt off.
Take it off! What are you trying to do? Bring burlesque back?
Inside,
Oh,
Gypsy. Oh, hurry up, George. Really? Because if you don't, you're going to get to the airport late. And if you're late getting to the airport, you may miss your plane. And if you miss your plane, you're not going to get to the miniskirt convention at all. George, how long does it take you to put on a pair of pants?
Less time than it takes you to tell the plot.
Let's say, George, that was pretty fast.
Well, that's because I know my zip code.
You know, George, this is the first time since we've been married that you're going out of town alone.
I know, Clara. You've been up packing all night, and I've been up drooling. Oh.
George Appleby, if I even hear of you looking at one pretty girl, I'm going to...
Why, sweetie pie, since we've been married, you forget. I forgot how a beautiful girl looks like. Look, we've got a new newsboy.
George!
Hey, that's one of our skirts. Hi, we make those. We got...
George, you never tip your hat like that to me.
Well, if I tip my hat, would you feel better?
Certainly
There,
would.
how do you like that? Oh. All right, who's the wise guy that dropped the piano from the second floor? Get the number of that truck, will you?
All right, George, get over there and pick up those bags.
All right, loudmouth. Oh, tote that bag, lift that veil, slug your ugly wife and land in jail.
Pick up those bags on the double.
Look, Clara, when I was in the Army, I had a sergeant who was the meanest, nastiest, most sadistic man I ever met in my life. And you know who he reminds me of? Who? Well, I would tell you, but you can't get an ambulance during the rush hour.
George, you pick up those bags before I lose my temper.
Okay. Good heavens, you packed my heavy underwear. And we're going to California. What do you got in there? Your mother? Where are the purse snatchers when you need them?
George, stop it. Now, I'm going to go call a taxi, and I don't want you looking at any pretty girls.
That's Clara. She can learn to whistle that way when she's the doorman at the captain's table.
Where can I take you, sir?
To the airport. Clara, you drive.
George, you're not going anywhere with this girl.
Oh.
Go get somebody else's husband. This one's taken.
I certainly was. And to think that I could have married a taxi driver. Instead, I had to marry a taxi.
That's very funny, George.
It is.
Now, just because of that, you can walk to the airport.
Walk?
Yes.
Oh.
Now, have a good time at your convention, dear.
Okay, kiss me goodbye.
I'm not going to kiss you goodbye.
Gee, the good time's starting already.
If we'd made the longer Benson and Hedges 100s a long time ago, maybe the whole course of history would have changed. Benson and Hedges 100s are 3 puffs, 4 puffs, maybe even 5 puffs longer than king size. Oh, we might have changed history. Then again, maybe not.
Charlie?
Hello, Mr. Funt. How are you?
Charlie, I'm just bubbling over. We got a hot one. I just saw our pigeon George Appleby. He's in the lobby. Some guy was trying to sell him the Brooklyn Bridge, and he turned it down.
Why?
He said that if he took it home on a plane, he'd have to pay overweight. Now, listen, Charlie, are you all set up?
Yeah, I'm all set up right in the connecting room here.
What are you going to shoot, through the door?
I'm going to shoot right through this door. In fact, I'm going to shoot right through that hole.
Good thinking, Charlie.
Now, just a minute. Let me get a little level on that briefcase.
Testing, 1, 2. How you doing, Charlie?
That's beautiful, okay?
All right. Look at that, Charlie. He'll never forget he was a cameraman on Birth of a Nation, I'm telling you. Hey, holy Candid Camera. Here comes Appleby. Charlie, let me in.
Oh, it's beautiful here. Beautiful.
Oh, hurt your foot?
No, I'm auditioning for Gunsmoke.
Will that be all, sir?
Oh, that way you're very friendly. Nice to meet you. Oh, I get what you want, yeah. You got change for 50?
Yes, sir.
You got change for 100?
Oh, yes, sir.
Well, if you got that much money, you don't need a tip. I'll give you a little tip. Stay out of the holes after 11 at night. Well, I better unpack my clothes before they get wrinkled. Oh, gee, I miss Clara already. Maybe I'll call downstairs and have them to send up a woman that can nag me. Yeah? Oh, just a moment. Just a moment.
Hi, Appleby. What was that?
I just dropped my drawers.
Well, that's one way to get a laugh.
Hey, aren't you that fellow on television? I got it, Gary Moore. Boy, you sure are funny on that Durwood Kirby show.
I'm Joe Parker, the skirt buyer from Minneapolis.
Oh.
Buy a lot, but a lot of people mistake me for Alan Funt.
Who?
Alan Funt, the guy on Candid Camera.
Oh, I never watched that crummy show.
You're proud of that,
I'm
huh?
proud of that. Now, I never watch it, but my wife watches it. My wife, she watches it every Sunday night. She watches it. Of course, she's got lousy taste. You know.
I can see that. She married you.
Be proud of that.
Let me see your line of miniskirts.
The
George.
miniskirt.
Yeah, that's what I want to see.
All right, sir. Here's one. Right here. This is called Whistler's Mother. Your mother could wear this and get whistled at.
Are you selling jokes or skirts?
Well, right now, neither. Here's one for you. Here's one. This'll shake 'em up a little. Wait, you see this one. If this don't get him, I'm killing the stagehand.
That's a miniskirt?
Yeah, in Pasadena. Services tomorrow at 10.
Testing. 1, 2, 1, 2. That's a nice looking belt. Where's the skirt?
That's a good one. You are Gary Moore.
No. And when you get to Carol Burnett, I'm not her either.
Now, this is for a girl who has everything and don't want to hide it.
Well, Appleby, I like your line. I'm glad I've met you. We're going to do business together. I'm very happy about
Oh, that's wonderful. That's wonderful. I don't know how I can ever thank
Well,
you.
you can. Just keep talking and face the do not disturb sign. See, just face this way. Just face the do not disturb sign.
Face it.
Testing. 1, 2, 1, 2. How's you doing, Charlie?
Boy, they better keep that guy out of the park. Squirrels are gathering nuts for the winter.
Hello, this is Joe Parker, the big miniskirt buyer. Oh, she is? Good. Send her right up. Fine. What do you know about that, Mr. Appleby? My innocent little niece, Nellie, from a typical small town in the Midwest, is here in the big city, right here in this hotel.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yes,
oh
she
well, isn't that nice? He looks like Dorwood Kirby, but he sounds like young Dr. Malone. Oh, come in, innocent niece Nellie, from a typical small Midwest town. Saves money on this show that way. See, we use the same cue card twice. Come in. If you're through knocking.
Uncle Joe!
How long's it been since you saw your niece?
I'm your uncle, idiot.
Oh, hello, Uncle Idiot.
Uncle Joe. Now, this is George Appleby. I'd like you to meet my niece, Nellie, from the Midwest.
From the Midwest.
Nice to know y'all, Mr. Appleby, sir.
Well, I'll tell you, with a Midwest accent like that, you could be governor of Alabama.
I got to look at some other merchandise, George. I'm sure you won't mind keeping an eye on my niece while I'm gone.
Oh, not at all.
Oh, I do hope you say yes, Mr. Appleby, because innocent little old me couldn't stay down in the lobby with all those wolves a-leering and a-drooling.
Don't you worry, Nellie. You're safe with Mr. Appleby.
Yeah, sure as safe as an alligator walking through a handbag factory.
A lot in common.
Oh, we got a lot in common, all right. We both wear glasses. Yeah.
I'll be back soon.
Yeah.
How you doing, Charlie? All right? Good.
Boy, Camarillo's bidding for that boy right now. No offense, but did your uncle ever work in a cuckoo clock factory as a model?
Okay.
Not too close. You'll make our eyeglasses spark. Say, would you like to sit down and take off your coat?
Oh, yes, thank you.
Oh, that's fine. Oh, would you like to stand up and put your coat on? I mean...
Here.
Yeah, I'll take these right down and have them cleaned and pressed for you.
No, sit down.
Well, maybe we ought to, shall I send down and have some drinks sent up? Maybe some warm milk, or how would you like a Shirley Temple, huh?
I'm only thirsty for your kisses.
Well, I'm warning you, I'm a married man, and I,
Only what?
Oh, I wish I wasn't.
Oh, have you ever been in a room with a tiger?
No, but my wife's a gorilla. Back.
Never mind your wife. I'd like to get on to an island with you, just alone together.
Oh, no, I feel like I'm on Gilligan's mattress right now.
Why do you keep on running away from me?
I don't know, but the guy that wrote this is getting a raise, boy.
Come on over here.
Oh, no, you don't. Now, you keep away from...
There. You come over
Where'd you go? Where'd you go?
Right over here.
Ah, tiger. Ah. Oh, what's my lumbago?
How about that?
Yeah, pretty good. Somebody's forgetting their cue. Never mind him. Keep it up. We're doing good. Boy, and my mother wanted me to drive a pie wagon.
All right, reach for the ceiling.
I wouldn't dare.
Up.
Good heavens, Buddy Epson!
You're marrying my daughter.
Well, I'll marry your daughter if you'll marry my wife. Hey, the Dodgers would like a switch like that, I'll tell you.
All right, you varmint.
Hey, now, a double-barrel gun, one for each nostril. That's okay. Things didn't smell too good around here anyhow.
Smile, Mr. Appleby.
What for? It ain't that funny.
You're on Candid Camera.
You kidding?
Don't you recognize me?
Yeah, you're Joe Parker. The nut that talks in the briefcases.
He's Alan Funt, and I'm his lovely assistant.
Okay, Charlie, come on out.
You mean we're on Candid? Oh, no, you're kidding me. Is that... Oh, yeah. Oh, you tricked me. Well, gee willikers.
You can watch yourself on television this Sunday night.
You mean everything we just did in here is going to be on television? Oh, boy, I'll be there watching it with my wife. Huh? You're on at 10, aren't you?
Right.
I'll be dead at 11.
Benson & Hedges 100s, the cigarette that made extra puffs popular, has brought you this portion of the Red Skelton Hour. return for the second portion of the Red Skelton Hour.
I've got to get this television set out of here before that Candid Camera comes on. Oh, boy, oh, boy.
George, it's almost time for Candid Camera.
Yes.
You better warm up the TV set.
I'm trying that, dear. Well, that's what I get for buying a 21-inch screen with a 19-inch fireplace.
George, what are you doing? What are you doing? For heaven's sake, be careful. I want to watch Candid Camera. I ought to hit you over the head with this thing.
Would you please break it open my head in a hurry, though?
Yes, I will, but after I see Candid Camera.
Oh, I was afraid of that.
Ah, well, go on. What's the matter with it? Well, go. Oh, George, plug it in.
You mind if I lick my hands?
Now, what are you going to do that for?
If I'm lucky, I might get electrocuted.
Plug it in, George. Hurry up. We've missed 5 minutes already.
I'm glad. Gee, what?
And now, Candid Camera shows you what mischief a typical married man can get into when he's out of town attending a convention.
Now, how would you like a dish of ice cream?
I'd love it.
I'll go right out and get it.
George, come back here. Where are you going? Come back.
I didn't want to miss the program.
Now, just leave that there and sit down.
Huh?
George, sit.
I never should have dropped out of the obedience school.
Would you like to take off your coat and sit down?
Don't mind if I do, big boy.
Oh, that's funny, George. Big boy looks just like you.
Yeah, when them cheap sets, everybody looks like me.
Have you ever been in a room with a tiger?
Wait till you hear this one coming up.
No, but my wife Clara is a gorilla.
Ain't that a Lulu?
Oh, yeah? Take that!
What are you doing? What are you doing, Clara?
I've never seen it. Why do you want to...
That's it! Break it up! Don't listen to that stuff! Here you are, Clara! Here, let them have it! The whole thing, Clara! Here, get rid of your mother, too! Here's some more! Keep them supplies going, will you?
George, where are you going?
I'm going down to the drugstore to get some bandages.
George, Appleby, come back here!
She may not be Virginia Woolf, but I'm sure afraid of her.
George Appleby, I'm going to hit you so hard in the head, you're going to have to take your shoes off to get your hair cut.
Oh, Clara, she'll hit anything that's wearing a derby hat. No, Clara, no, that's Alan Funt.
It's who?
What kind of a welcome is this?
Oh,
Well,
I'm
if we'd have known
sorry.
you were coming, we'd have used our best china.
Look, Miss Appleby, I came here to explain about your husband and the girl on our show last night, see?
It really is Alan Funt in person.
That's him, yeah.
I heard you had a kind of a temper.
A temper?
Why?
Oh, don't be silly. I don't have a temper, do I, sweetie pie?
Well, they say honesty's the best policy, you know. I hope my policy's paid up.
In fact, Mrs. Appleby, we have another surprise for you. You know, right now, everything that's going on right now is also being filmed, and it's for next week's show.
You mean all of this is going to be a... Oh, loudmouth! Oh,
Hi, big boy. How would you like a tiger in your tank?
cool it, Nellie.
George, why didn't you tell me we were going to be on Candid Camera? I look like a mess.
You certainly do. Oh, come on, buddy. You're not that realistic on Playhouse 90. Hey, you missed him a mile.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. smile, Candid. You're on Allen Camera.
Luscious cherries all the way from Michigan. Concord grapes from the Great Lakes fruit belt. Red raspberries, sun-ripened in the far northwest. That's what goes into Toast 'em Pop-Up's juicier fruit filling. Toast-ems. Toaster quick, hot, flaky pastry. Better for on-the-run breakfasts, or any breakfast. Because now Toast-ems, the ones with the juicier fruit filling, are improved and juicier than ever from General Foods.
Yoo-hoo! Anybody home? I'll put these here. What's this? Cool Whip. It's already whipped. Tastes marvelous. Lots less calories than whipped cream you make. I can't resist it. Oh, Mabel, I made these for you, but how could a whipped cream lover resist?
Cool Whip is the topping whipped cream lovers love. Try it. You'll see why. Cool Whip from Bird's Eye.
Ladies and gentlemen, our guest star tonight is a man who invented Candid Camera, Alan Funt. So you may not feel like laughing, but you'd better smile because here he is, Alan Funt. Before I say what we're supposed to say, I just want you to know that everyone around here are very proud that you're on our show, and you're really a fine gentleman. We really love you. You're a fine man. And you know, years ago, before you did your program, before you were ever on the air, I was doing the same thing you do.
You mean you went around places with hidden cameras and concealed microphones and observed people?
Yeah, only difference was you got a television show and I got arrested. What do you got?
That's my sketch pad.
Oh.
I do a lot of work in charcoal.
Oh, I did a little barbecuing last night myself. I mean, put it out, float it away, but
I mean sketches. I sketch in charcoal, and the reason I have this is I'd like to do a drawing of you right now.
Well, could we do it later? Because I have to introduce our next guest star, Miss Abbe Lane.
Well, go right ahead, Red. It doesn't bother me.
Oh, who's a gourd head? Go ahead. Oh, I thought you called me a gourd head. She won't bother you, will she?
No, sir.
She's going to bother me, I'll tell you that. Ladies and gentlemen, here's a very lovely lady, a glamorous actress, and a wonderful singing star, Miss Abbe Lane. Where do you carry the battery? Or is this the kind you plug in the wall? Oh, I remember that when it hung in the old Venice ballroom. Hey, you look lovely tonight. You look really lovely. Is that one of those Paris creations?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, now we know why Paris is burning.
What's Alan doing?
Oh, gourd head? Go ahead. Oh, he's doing a sketch of me.
Oh, well, I don't want to bother him. I think I'll run along.
No.
Bother me? Nonsense. I don't even know you're here.
Well, if you don't know she's here, I know he ain't all there.
Okay, Red. Finished.
By golly, how could you do that? It didn't bother you at all, huh?
I told you nothing ever bothers me.
Isn't that something? Do you mind if I keep this?
No, it's all yours, Red.
Boy, isn't that something? I want to keep this forever. It's really something. Oh. Goodbye, Alan. You ready to sing, Abby? Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Abbe Lane.
Strangers in the night, exchanging glances, wandering in the night. What were the chances we'd be sharing love before the night was through? Something in your eyes was so inviting, something in your smile was so exciting, something in my heart told me I must have you. Strangers in the night, together, lovers at first sight, in love forever, it turned out so right, for strangers in the night. La 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 la, la 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 dee da 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 da, la dee da dee da, it turned out so right, for strangers in the
Things are getting hot after a certain miss. Pick on a place like this to settle down.
Now the guys we've got carry the torch for her, sizzle and scorch for her all over town.
She melts us, brother, like no other chick.
38, 24,
36. We're having a heat wave, a tropical heat wave.
The temperature's rising, it isn't surprising.
I certainly can. I started the heat wave by letting my feet wave, and in such a way that the customers say that I certainly can. Gee, wait till you see the way the mercury jumps to 93.
Yes, sir, we're having a heat wave, a tropical heat wave.
No wonder the ladies are hotter than Hades.
She certainly can.
But we don't complain, not with Abbe Lane. No, sir.
We're having a heat wave, a tropical heat wave.
We ought to be freezing, but she is the reason for using a fan.
So if you want a man,
Just make certain you can.
Tie a bow? Simple. Except when arthritis flares up with pain, stiffness. For help, reach for Anacin with the pain reliever doctors prescribe most for arthritis. When even simple movement can cause pain, Anacin relieves minor pain, and so eases stiffness for hours, brings more freedom of movement without pain. Minutes after taking Anacin, the joy of doing simple things returns. Anacin.
When a virus cold hits you, your world can't stop. To keep going, you take aspirin for headache, an antihistamine for runny nose, and a decongestant for stuffiness. But not all three of these medications are concentrated in Dristan tablets. So when you can't stop, Dristan helps keep you going.
Honey, I don't know how you do it. And with a virus cold.
Oh, I feel all right now.
Do everything you can do for relief of virus cold miseries. And take Dristan tablets.
And now the silent spot, starring Red Skelton. Tonight, Red attempts to be the first to plant a flag on top of the most dangerous, inaccessible mountain peak in the world, as he portrays the mountain climber. Don't go away. Red will be back in a minute. Next week, Red's guests will be Phyllis Diller, Lou Rawls, and Clem Cadiddlehopper. And now a word from one of our sponsors of the Red Skelton Hour. Here he is again, Red Skelton.
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of our sponsors and staff, we sincerely hope that our entertainment and our products have brought happiness into your homes. So we'll say goodbye for now until next week. Good night, and may God bless. Good night.
Cap the cameras and fold the screen, for there's nothing left to view. We'll develop a new routine when another week is through. So goodbye until the moment when we'll see you all again. To our friends near and far, very well, au revoir.
This is Art Gilmore speaking.
Charlie's the kind of a guy who likes to stay on top of things. Like your bumper. The last thing Fred expected last Thursday was some guy running a stop sign. The very last thing. Expect the unexpected. Whenever, wherever you drive, drive defensively. Watch out for the other guy. It's the best way to watch out for you.